Today we will be looking at how to make a good, reliable, valid student select response question. Student select response questions are those questions that the student chooses the response. They don't have to provide a response, but choose between some responses that are provided. The first one today is true-false. So I'll show you in a minute how to create a good, valid, reliable, true-false assessment question. Okay, here we go. On true-false questions, we have to remember that they really only assess the lower cognitive level objectives. They won't be assessing those higher levels. Really, there's a 50% chance of the student getting the question correct. Because of this, there's a high possibility of random error. You're not really confident that the student knew the question and the content, or perhaps did they really just guess and had a 50% chance of getting the correct answer. With this random error, it really decreases the reliability of the assessment, and we're trying to create very reliable assessment pieces here. Because of this, we should use true-false questions sparingly and also really in conjunction with other types of items. There are 5 rules for constructing your true-false questions. We'll go through the 5 here, and then on the next slides we'll talk about each one a little bit more in detail and with some examples. Rule 1, place only one idea in the true-false statement. Rule 2, make sure the statement is absolutely true or absolutely false. Make sure you avoid qualifiers such as always and never. Avoid opinion statements. And avoid using negatives in the statement. Here's rule 1. Place only one idea in the true-false statement. A poor item example would be breakfast comes before lunch and dinner comes after lunch. You're assessing for a couple pieces of knowledge there. A better item would be to kind of pull out the two concepts, breakfast and lunch, and you would say breakfast comes before lunch. If you wanted to assess when dinner came, you would set up a separate question. Rule 2, make sure the statement is absolutely true or absolutely false. You have to be certain of this. You might want to have a partner or another faculty member read your statements to see if possibly there is a little bit of error in this area. Absolutely true or absolutely false. A poor item, small cars get good gas mileage. Small cars, when you look at small cars, some perhaps do get good gas mileage and some really don't. Look at the small Corvettes, they can get pretty poor gas mileage. So be a little bit more specific here with the better item. And it says specifically, cars which get 35 miles per gallon have good gas mileage. So there's no question here. It's a little bit more specific. It's not as vague as just saying small cars. Rule 3, avoid qualifiers such as always, never, sometimes, and usually. I know I've been guilty of using this often. Poor item, it always snows in December. What happens is the student really answers the question according to the qualifier, and so you're really not confident that they know the content. It's really them answering based on the qualifier. Perhaps a better item would be, living in Northeast Ohio, one can expect snow in December. So describing the scenario a little bit more clearly for the student. Rule 4, avoid opinion statements. Poor item, spring is the most enjoyable time of the year. Oh, there's another qualifier. Better item would be, due to the high amount of rainfall in northeastern Ohio, farmers prefer the springtime to plant their crops. In the better item, you are being more specific. You are talking about the farmer's opinion. The first item, it's really a general statement. Some people enjoy spring, some people don't. Last, rule 5, avoid using negatives in the statement. I also do this often. Poor item, it never is advised to not brush your teeth. There's no reason to put all these negatives in there. Just say it how it is, make it a positive statement. So the better item would read, it is advised to brush your teeth after every meal. The negatives just cause confusion to the reader. True-false questions are what we call binary choice formats, where they have just two choices to choose from. You also have, these can take the form of yes, no, fact or opinion, or supported versus unsupported type statements. In the next segment, hopefully we will be looking at how to create some good multiple choice questions.